Good day, welcome to today's talk show. For today's guest we have Z Chin, Byron, Yuan Pin, Carson, Henry, Shanice.
It is a wonderful day in Malaysia. It's me, Hong Zi together with Carson, Byron Pin, Shanice, Henry Ong and Brento from Group 3, and we are here to serve you the latest news of the country. Your news is our business. In this study, we have brainstormed in group discussions to focus on gender inequalities in the workplace. In recent years, government, trade unions, and various companies have sought to address the issue of gender-based pay difference. Executive might eliminate workplace bias and close the gender gap in career progression. Employees can help ensure gender equality at all levels by supporting each other, standing up against bias and providing honest feedback to leaders. Transparent pays, flexible working arrangements, training opportunities for women, and a focus on well-being and mental health are practical ways to achieve this. Okay guys, what is the reason we wrote about this topic, gender inequality in workplace?
The reason we write about workplace gender inequality is because in whatever title or industry, there will always be injustice to women and injustice to men. As a result, our group decided to concentrate on the issues of equitable relations between men and women in the workplace, as well as on women.
Yes, the topic gender inequality in workplace is getting attention by more people nowadays. But why do you think women are being treated unfairly in the workplace?
The reason women are being treated unfairly is because women promotion opportunities are limited, and women just stay at home when they are married and have children. Due to this situation, women will face a slew of unjust employment discrimination, including upper-level position, access to resources, legal protection, and work competence. Even though the working skill is unexceptional and even more superior than male employees.
Oh, I see. Besides that, why do you think women job opportunity is lower than men?
The reason women jobs opportunity is lower than men is because where women are applying for job, women are being asked if they intend to marry or become pregnant within the next few years, or if only women who have complete marriage and childbirth are eligible. However, what about those unmarried women who are not married or have children? So due to this situation, most of the employees choose to tell a white lie because of this harsh and unfair restriction, and the reason they tell this lie is to ensure that they have 3 meals a day in the competitive and realistic work, as well as not to lose their job or be promoted.
Did you know that the average female employment rate in Malaysia from 1990 to 2021 was 46.66%, and the peak of the female employment rate was as high as 51.74%, but the lowest was only 8.65%. Based on 180 countries, this compares to a global average of 50.13% in 2021. Women's employment in Malaysia is gradually expanding now because of more and more women believe about wanting to work in society. So, society must focus on whether women's benefits in the workplace are treated properly and justly.
That's a good answer, but what is the purpose of doing this research?
Our research objectives are to investigate gender equality in the workplace,
Any example?
like inform our readers on how women have been treated equality in the workplace, eliminate discrimination against women in terms of working hours and benefits, and encourage female employees to share their feelings about being treated unfairly at work.
Okay, other than that, to investigate the factor of gender equality in the workplace. For example, understanding why men and women in the office, particularly women, are more prone to be influenced by workplace events that affect their mood. Why women face numerous challenges in the early days due to a lack of knowledge. Why many households nowadays still prioritize boys while disregarding girls. And why many firms hear invisible barriers to advancement of hiring for women.
Oh, I see. Is there anything else?
Furthermore, to investigate the impact of gender inequality in the workplace, for example, if female employees are ignored by the company or management for an extended period of the time, their physiological well-being will suffer. Besides, female workers outperform men in terms of social skill at home. And lastly, if female employees are sexually harassed at work, how will this affect them if management does nothing?
Do you guys know what is research methodology?
Research methodology is a way of explaining how a researcher intends to carry out their research.
Oh, I see. Then, what is the sampling of your research?
The sampling of our research includes 100 full-time male and female professional manager and executive ranging in age from 18 to 40.
By the way, we distribute 100 responders and 67% are male and 33% are female.
Does discrimination happen except from workplace?
Yes, it does. Not just exist in the workplace, but it also can happen all around us. Gender discrimination also affects both physically and mentally.
That's a very good point. By the way, do you guys think stereotypes exist in the workplace?
Let me ask you a question. What do you think the firefighters look like? I believe the most common answer will be strong and powerful. This statement proves that stereotypes exist not only in the workplace. On the contrary, this is why most of the people think nurses should be women because they think women are more dedicated and considerate in caring for people.
Good example. And about psychology and sociology,
Psychology is the study of taking possession of behavioral patterns of how humans perceive and internalize external information, and sociology is the scientific study of social behavior in human groups.
thanks for the explanation. Is there an example?
For example, a college student who is just looking for a job, they often feel that a different version of themselves emerges from their previous image and often don't waver or are confused about their self-image.
They also strongly advocate and fight for gender equity on the one hand and have traditional solid gender concept on the other.
Like what?
They agree with the concept of male dominates and female dominates inside, and male is strong and female is weak.
However, some female college students think women do not need to be outstanding in their careers but have a peaceful love for their families and society. This might be the reason why women have lower job opportunities than men, because they focus more on their family rather than job.
Okay, so this is the reason the traditional mindset is deep rooted on females and male.
Can you explain more about the traditional mindset?
Okay, let me show you. One of the traditional mindset that is deep rooted in people is female are not capable than male, as well as girls are not as smart as boys. This is one of the factors that cause female college students' employment space to narrow.
Can you give me more example of why female college students' employment space are narrow?
Of course, most of the women only can engage into teachers, nurses, office clerks, and so on. And the reason why women can work in this position is because society thinks women are only capable of doing this, and this mindset is deep rooted in their mind.
True. Nowadays, the first impression that women give us to is housewife or taking care of children, rather than working in workplace, which is known as man's field.
I agree with your point. And let us end this end this conversation here and move on to ideology. What do you guys know about ideology?
Ideology is the concept of classified as imaginations, expectations, values, and assumptions, as well as it was founded on economics, religion, and politics in the beginning.
However, we must not be mindlessly bound by ideology.
Why?
Who said that only men can get a foothold in society and women cannot generate wealth? This is literally illiterate thinking.
I know, right? Women are not treated fairly and are not given full pay to their ability and strength as a result of outdated thinking.
But luckily, in today's world, women are gaining influence and taking more seats in the global wealth ranking. Hey, it's 21st century. Capital can choose not only men but also women.
Totally agree with that. Based on our research result, nearly 60% of respondents were pleased for the female employees when they earned the top performance award. This is great proof that our society is growing towards fairness and male employees are no longer belittling female employees.
What do you guys think in order to achieve this goal?
This progress of truth is not achieved in one go. We must have been able to continue to develop through the efforts and change of generations of people.
In conclusion, it is not a commonplace for women to face unfair employment treatment. To solve this problem, women must put in more effort than male employees at work and more energy to bait male employees in order to get a better offers. However, even if you put in a lot of effort and energy, you may be stopped by the male superior. Lastly, we hope that society will pay more attention to female employees and treat them more gently due to their outstanding achievement, so they can work together easily in the workplace and are no longer hampered by invisible salaries. This is the end of our video. Thank you, Miss.